Hey everybody, it's Mr. Stevens here. Today we're going to talk to you about production possibility curves. In previous videos we talked about scarcity and how we are limited in the amount of resources that we have available. Because we have scarce resources, we have to determine how we're going to utilize those factors of production. Again, those factors of production of natural resources, human resources, and capital resources. Economists use something called the production possibilities curve, or you might hear it referred to as the production possibilities frontier. They use this to help them illustrate possible combinations of output between two different products. This is a model to show that particular concept. What type of output can we have if we want to produce these two products? Today we're going to look at being able to produce both shoes and tires. The curve assumes that the resources of the two products are being used in the most efficient manner. Let's take a look at the possibilities curve of shoes and tires. So if you have this curve and you're taking a look at it, we can see that if we produce 0 tires, that we can produce 20 shoes or 20 pairs of shoes. And then if we produce 1 tire, we can produce 15 pairs of shoes. 2 tires, 10 pairs of shoes. 3 tires, 5 pairs of shoes, and 4 tires, we can't produce any shoes. So with this, we are assuming that anything that falls along that line, we're saying is it's being used in the most efficient way possible. Now, here's my question. Can we produce 2 tires and 5 shoes? Yeah, we can. However, we're not using our resources efficiently. We say that it is inefficient. Anything that falls below the line, so anything that falls to the left of the line, that is showing that this is not a good use of our resources. We are inefficient. Now, at the same time, can we produce 3 tires and 15 shoes? No, we can't. And that's something that is impossible. Given our number of resources and the resources that we have, it is impossible to produce 3 tires and 15 shoes. Now, resources shift all the time. We have new discoveries. There are resources that end up getting destroyed. So what happens if the entire curve shifts to the left? So it shifts downward. What can we assume happened there? The resources have been possibly destroyed and are no longer available. If we're looking at shoes and rubber, maybe we're looking at a forest of gum trees. Gum trees are used to collect the sap, and it's one of the main ingredients that goes into producing tires, that go into producing rubber. But maybe a strong storm came through and wiped out a forest of gum trees. Well, we no longer can produce as many tires and shoes because we're not going to have access to the rubber. So that whole curve shifts downward. What happens if the curve shifts to the right? Can that happen? Yes. Basically 2 reasons. Number 1, maybe we discover a new forest of gum trees that have never been discovered before. That means that we're going to have more access to resources and we might be able to produce more rubber. The other thing is if the technology gets better and we're able to harvest or better utilize the sap collection or the process of turning the sap into stuff that we can use in the production of rubber. So both of these things would shift that curve to the right and shift it upward. And that would end up meaning that we can produce more rubber. The production possibility curve isn't something that is necessarily realistic in the real world. We don't have people and companies creating too many production possibility curves. However, it is a model that economists use to help illustrate their point of opportunity cost. We have limited resources, and how do we decide how to allocate those resources based on the information that we have? And that's really all the production possibility curve is. It just kind of helps us understand the idea of scarcity. In future videos, we're going to take a look at market economies, and we're also going to start getting into the different types of company structures and also looking at the beginnings of supply and demand. Until next time, take care.